Are you excited?
I guess. I mean, what exactly am I supposed to feel?
Nothing at all. You're supposed to be a
I'm
sociopath.
void of anything. I'm void of emotion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've known you for very long. I know.
It's crazy to think we've known each other for that long, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Like freshman year, that's nuts. Yeah.
It's been what, 5, 6 years?
6 years.
6. Yeah. Do I look pretty enough?
You look fucking gorgeous, babe. Love it.
Oh.
Love it.
Love it, love it. Work it, work it.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
So, could you state your name, please?
I almost said something. Benjamin Carter.
Benjamin Carter.
Benjamin
And
Carter.
would you please state to the camera that you are doing this and answering these questions of your own volition?
I am, indeed, answering these questions of my own volition. I have agreed to this, and yeah. What else is there?
See? I have friends. They do things for me. Alright, and one more thing before we start with the questions. I want you to know that you can answer these questions as in-depth or as disclosed as you please. This is a completely safe place to answer however you want.
It's my own home, yeah.
Shut up. So the first question that I have for you is, what is your biggest insecurity?
I did think of this one, actually. It was, it is, that I'm not enough for the ones that I love. That is my biggest insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
It always goes back to that. Like, there are insecurities that I've had, like, but it always boils back down to not being enough. And most usually for the ones that I love. But yeah.
Okay, interesting. Where do you believe this insecurity stems from?
Probably trauma within my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though my childhood has impacted me in a way that has given me this insecurity, but with specific things, it goes from an unspoken idea, a shown thing, rather than something that's told directly to me. I was never told that I wasn't enough. I just wasn't enough, and I was hated for it, basically.
You were treated like it.
Yeah, I was treated like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was left alone to deal with it myself. But yeah, for those that I loved, specifically my family, whenever I wasn't enough for them, that's what really made that hit hard, you know? I don't get any help, no nothing. And that's what really started that type of insecurity of mine that just spreads through a lot of what I am and what I do in my day-to-day life. But yeah.
When did that first actually hit you? You know, how did it first affect you?
It was more of a slow burn. It became as intense as it is in this moment from that happening time and time again.
Just
You know?
being over and over treated like you aren't enough for the people
Yeah.
you love. Yeah. That's, I feel like a lot of people could probably relate to that. Just
Yeah.
that feeling of not being enough. I know personally it can be incredibly rough to have that feeling and have your
Yeah.
peers treat you like that.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess maybe this question, you kind of already answered it, but I'll ask it again. How has this insecurity shaped the way you view yourself?
The way I view myself,
Mm-hmm.
I would wish that all of my strength and all all the things that I have worked so hard to achieve wasn't really due to this insecurity, because it does influence me more than I would like to admit. But yeah, it has affected me more than I'd like to admit.
Mm-hmm.
And it has shaped me into the person I am today, and I would want to do nothing more than overcome it, but I don't know how to overcome something that deep yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright. How has this this insecurity impacted your self-worth?
Like how I view my own self-worth?
Mm-hmm. How you feel your value, how you value yourself.
I don't think it's really impacted it that much, because I derive my self-worth from something different, or rather I believe that I simply have a self-worth despite this insecurity. Like, it's definitely made me feel worse and feel less valuable at times, but I never let it get me down because I have a greater sense of self-worth that is not tied to this insecurity. But yeah.
That's good. I feel like not a lot of people can say that.
Yeah.
They say that a lot of their insecurity like shapes how they think they're worth, and not a lot of people can say they just have worth in spite of it. And I think that's an incredible thing to hear from someone. So that's great. That's good. What have you done, if anything at all, to build yourself above this insecurity, to break away from it?
I feel that I have been able to move past this insecurity through, well, the root of this insecurity being not being enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lack of trust within myself. So if I build trust within myself and give myself tougher challenges, then I can trust myself more, and I can be enough for both myself and those that I care about, and for the causes that I care about. I can actually be enough if I can work hard enough for it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Which I am ashamed of and proud of at the same time, because it's controlling me so much, but I'm also overcoming it so much.
You're using the fact that it's controlling you to your advantage.
Yeah, I'm kind of using my weakness as a strength.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a good thing. I see that as a very good thing.
Yeah.
Has this insecurity impacted your ability to make connections with others? Has it ever gotten in the way of close friendships or relationships?
I would say yeah.
Yeah?
Because before I really knew exactly what I was dealing with myself, with this insecurity, it was controlling me significantly more, a baffling amount more, and it's made me do things and say things that I would never say in my position now, and I regret that person that I was, and I hate that it did stem from simply insecurity. Like, but yeah. Yeah, it has.
If you had never dealt with this in the first place, how differently do you think you would be living your life right now? How would it change the way that you make connections with others?
Oh, I'd be such a different person. Like, if I didn't have this insecurity, like, I have no clue what I would be. It would be so vastly different from who I am today. Like,
can you give me like an example?
Like, I would be less anxious in my day-to-day life. I would be less might be clumsier, actually. I might be less attentive. I might, like, the way that I would see myself growing if I didn't have this insecurity, generally happier.
Happier?
Yeah. And less strict on myself to the point where I can have that happiness. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like having this insecurity has kept me from having a happiness that other people can have regularly.
Yeah.
You know?
What's an example of you being strict on yourself? Something that you've done that you think, like you said, is very strict.
An idea that I have had that has come from this insecurity is an idea of constant improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And within philosophy, the lack of improvement is ignorance. And the only cure for ignorance is constant vigilance. And if you're constantly judging yourself, what do you think that'll do you?
Yeah. If you could tell others dealing with the same insecurity only one thing, what would you tell them?
You always have what you need. You're born with everything that you need. So anything that you don't see yourself as, or anything that you think is impossible is already possible because it's already within you. You just have to bring that energy out. I forget the simple way to put it, but that's the idea that it goes as.
Yeah.
Everything that you have, everything that you ever need, you already have within you.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that is all the questions that I have for you today.
I have a question for you.
Oh yeah, what's the
Why are
question
you
for
so
me?
fucking gay?
Oh, fuck, man, I don't know. I've been wondering that myself for the fucking past 10 years and nobody's giving me an answer.
Well, shit, we ran about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Hell, we